What's up, everyone? Slim Shavens here from Condi's Country Living. Just coming here just to kind of show you little tips and tricks and different things when it comes to wood carving. So what we got here is a wide variety of knives and different things like that. You don't necessarily need anything. These two knives right here are my very first two knives that my Uncle Kevin gave me. I was very young when I got them, and I learned how to carve through these knives. And the craziest thing about these knives is that there's actually what do you got right here? Get it out here. Hold on one sec. So this here, this saw blade, actually, he's cut this stick and every single one of those sticks through my walks, as I was mentioning in my previous video. Used to go on lots of walks through the bush, whatnot, cut myself a stick, usually using this, and then I go sit down and I proceed to whittle away and, do my carving. So I do actually use this quite a bit for carving and everything like that. Usually use this to take off the big chunks and stuff like that, but I would not recommend using a buck knife for anybody that's, just starting out into this. You want to start out with something like these four knives right here. This knife here, what makes this one really nice is it has a actual straight edge here, and then it also has a blade on the front. So with that, you can actually cut in like that, and then you can go from side to side, and from doing that, you can actually proceed to, start your spiral, kind of like what I had done here. And that's how that would work out. Now, you can do that with any one of these knives. I would definitely recommend a good Swiss Army knife. That would be a thing that I would definitely say for when you're starting out. Always make sure that you're carving away from you. And it's very good if you can get used to just doing a roll motion like this, because you don't really want to do it deep. You don't want to go down and really get in there. You just want to get that bark off there. So if I just go along like that, and I'm doing that kind of lifting motion like this. So with doing that, I can just start taking this off. I can lift it up even. I can take my hand, I can put it in there like this. Now I got, this is solid under here. It's all solid back there. And from there, you can actually use I'm actually using my thumb. So I'm rolling, but I'm pushing with my thumb at the same time. Now, shouts out to you, Uncle Kevin, for getting me into this, because without you, I would not have got into the detailed stuff. So that's kind of like the basics. Like I said, I have done a lot of carving with this here knife, doing the exact same thing, except for with this, I can really, really work this around, and I can take this bark off really friggin' fast. So, but like I said, for somebody that's an amateur or somebody just getting involved into this and whatnot, definitely would not suggest, a big buck knife, not whatsoever. So with saying that, and I've now made a mess of my room and everything else that I just nicely got cleaned up. But whatever. It is what it is, right? So that's basically the basics when it comes to that. If you're using, say, just a regular Swiss Army knife like this is just awesome. You can sit there and you can dig in, and you can actually start to do things like this, and then you can make your own initials or whatever, what have you, right? like I said, always making sure that you're cutting away from your body because the knives will slip. They will hit you. I have cut my fingers numerous amounts of times. It's not that fun. And these knives are very, very sharp right here. However, once I'll get this back over into here for us there. I'm gonna put it back into here for now. Once I get into somewhere around the lines of doing this here, this is my first project that I decided to do when I got a hold of this knife set here that I was just actually previously talking about in my last video. Set these aside there. My Aunt Shelley gave me this chisel. This chisel here is fantastic. I got this point on there. So when it comes to me digging, like I want to get it all lit up inside here, just like a light up home and that kind of deal. That's my end game. That's my goal. So I've actually gone in here with this and I use this to make it flat. And I can really kind of dig it out. Now, everything is a very slow pace. It's you're not rushing this. You can obviously see the blades that I've used the most because this one here is like a claw. Now, like I said, this is the next step up from these. You want to get used to using these knives here before you even think about a actual professional carving set, because these things are the next level when it comes to sharpness. They're unbelievable. They cut through just like butter, and if it's going to cut through wood like butter, it's going to cut through your hands or your skin or whatever. It's going to be bad. But like I said, I love doing this one here. Throughout the time here, these have actually come off. I love using my flat pencil because I can actually use this and I lock my hand in or something like this. And I just want to draw a couple lines on here, you know, because I want to make the log. I want to make it look like a log home. So that's what I've just done. I've made it kind of look like a logs. And I'm going to take this here knife and I'm going to literally take it like as if I'm using it to draw. And I'm just going to go and I'm going to run that right straight along there like that there. And like I said, very slowly. You do not want to do it. This is not a rushing game. Everything is slow and steady. And in which case, because of my accident and everything else like that, I had to learn how to be steady with my hands because I literally shake like this all the time. I have complex regional pain disorder. It's not fun whatsoever. And when it comes to doing this stuff, it makes it extremely, extremely hard. I guess the word would be. It's a lot harder to do because everything I'm doing, I'm just constantly shaking. So what I'm trying to say there is if I can do it, you guys can do it. So anyways, so yeah, so that's kind of the gist of what I'd be doing with that knife. This knife here I love as well because same thing, you're drawing with it, and this knife really, really digs in. And so if we just kind of weave back and forth, working from one side to the other side, and just keep going until you get to the other side. And then when you're done, you can kind of just nicely kind of use it as a claw. Just kind of scratch along the line here. Like I said, this is nothing here is anything about rushing. This is just relaxation, it's just peacefulness, and you're just working away at it, picking away. You know, when it comes to these windows, you know, you're going to go cutting it down really slow because like I said, it's a very sharp knife. So this here's softwood, and with softwood, it's going to go like I could ruin this thing in a matter of seconds. just by, being blunt with it and just getting right in there. Plus the fact these knives are not meant to dig. That's what you have these for. These are just meant to be little knives that you do detailed, intricate, fine work with, and you don't, get into really getting them because you'll break these. So yeah, so that's kind of really detailed stuff there. Again, we'll go back over to the Condi name here that I got going on. And again, like I said, with this kind of stuff, I use all of these blades because I'm not really like with this stuff here. I'm kind of into, more so using, I kind of like using this blade here. And with this blade, get this one out here. This blade here, it's got multiple different ones. You got one here that's got a very sharp pointed. You have another one that's kind of got a rolled, but at the same time it's got a sharp point. And then you got a shaving claw right here, as I like to call it anyways. I'm not sure, you can correct me if you actually know the name. But I like using this. This is a very nice little knife to use. And again, I'm just going to make my C here a little bit better. So, and like I said, it's nothing rushing. And like, if you are scooping towards you, put your hand on your thumb like this and dig like this. But it's all very small. There's nothing about fast pace, rushing, getting it done quick. This is just nice, soothing, calming, and in the end, as I said in my previous video, it's very rewarding. It's when you have this thing hanging on a tree or on a whatever, and you get to see that lit up, for somebody, and it's the same as like when you're coming home and you see this lit up and it's sitting there on this here table, which this here table will be probably in my hallway eventually, and maybe this thing here will be sitting on top of it, just nicely lighting it up and showing what I can do as you guys or whoever I might have over walk into my home. Anyways, yeah, so that's kind of just the little gist of the things and stuff like that. But again, like I said, you can get into all these things, and when you get into it, it's a lot of fun. You have all these multiple different kinds of blades here. You have like this one here, which is more of a push forward, kind of you're cutting a line, and it's better off if it's like, say, right here. So if I want to make this like a sharp point, I'm going to roll this around in circles like this. And then I'm just going to slowly get my C in there. Like that. And again, like I said, it's not about anything rushing or nothing like that. You just want to kind of, play around with it. And you just, in the end, you want those nice, crisp, clean, sharp lines. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. I want to be able to have, it instinctively be the C or be the O or whatever you want to talk. But just there, in that short bit, you got this nice cut area just by pushing this back and forth. And again, my favorite one, the hook blade, see how it sits right in there. So if I want to get that rolling, I can just roll that in there like that and it will work. And again, with the O, I can actually hook it in there and get that nice rounded look in my O or my D or whatever. Just kind of, you can get in there. With it being a curved blade, that's how I did all this stuff here. This is all what I'm talking about. You want that crisp, clean line. So I literally have just sat and then kind of worked this along, and you can see the shavings coming out as I'm doing this. And in the end, it will be instinctively an underline underneath my family name. And so like eventually I'll get into doing the one and everything else, in which case, like I said, comes to drawing, you know, I'm probably gonna have something like this. And you know, you don't need your absolute best drawing that you possibly can do. Like my brother in the family, he is the drawer of the family. I enjoy doing my woodworking. I haven't started to learn it more. But yeah, so something simply as that. You got a one, and then another one will be over here. You know, just something like that. You know, and that's kind of like I said. You don't need this to be absolutely perfect because you're just getting your basic lines, and then from there, then you can work your way through and just get it detailed as I have here. Another thing you definitely want to have is this here wood file. This is a time saver. When I go to get this finished, I can literally take the rough if I really wanted to, but I'm not going to be doing it on here. But I can go like that, and that will really flatten that one area out if I want. But if I also want to get, which I will do in the end, I just want to roll this back and forth in my eye here. Well, that kind of sounded weird, but anyways, yeah. In the eye of my name. And yeah, just by doing that, you're going to get rid of the, you know, all the marks that you would have by using your knives and what have you. So yeah, so that's just kind of a little gist on wood carving and, you know, what different little tricks or tips and something that might just maybe start you out or be able to help you out in your starting of your wood carving and your journeys along the way. Anyways, well, you have yourself so yeah, so that's the gist of it, and from there we'll talk to you guys later. Well, anyways, till next time, Slim, peace out. Yeah, so that's kind of the gist of it. So from there, I hope this small video will be able to help you in your starting of wood carving and that kind of deal. And from there, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Slim, peace.